You know, when you're starting out, like we did, we didn't really know what we were doing or where we were going, but we did know we wanted to do something different.
They always say that the mountain is often clearer from afar than it is up close. When you're far away, you kind of know what your goal is and you know what your vision is. But once you get into it, once you get pretty close, you can lose your path pretty easily, and that's where having a community, I think, can really help.
Just trying to find the right path for you can take you years. That's something ICOR can help people with, is getting to know them and trying to find out what they want, what they have they're starting with, what they need, and help them find their own path.
Dave and I, we started painting log cabins after college, so we made a good amount of money in a short amount of time.
That was the thing about staining log cabins, is you stop working, you stop making money.
I'll back up a little bit. So I was the only one that really got a job out of college.
He's bums.
We had summer jobs.
A job that used my college education, I guess. I mean, I was working on average 20 hours a day for 7 days straight in that time. I hated hearing. I mean, I would go to bed at night knowing I was the next one on call. So I would wake up any time during the night waiting for a call.
And long story short, Mike ended up quitting his job, and then we ended up going to Mexico for like 3 or 4 months. But after all that traveling, we kind of decided, like, hey, we have this awesome opportunity, that to do anything we want with our lives and move anywhere we want and find anywhere that feels right to us and like start to create things.
We know where we want to go or do when we came back to the U.S., but we knew what we liked. And so we made a list of what was important to us. Decided for college. My heart's here. I love it here. I love the people, the community, the weather. It's exactly what we wanted.
I talked to these guys and they said I could come live with them, but they knew I didn't believe in paying rent. So I moved in rent-free.
And the house was called the Pink Dragon because when I moved in, it still hadn't been painted yet. But there was a poster on the wall, and when I removed the poster, the people that lived there before them were so creative that they just painted around the poster. So I moved in, and the house was not anywhere near completed. And then at some point I wrote them a letter and said, give me a fraction. Yeah, after I moved in, because I knew the whole living there without rent would get old for you guys, even though I was doing work. So I said, give me a fraction of the house, I'll finish fixing it up, and then we'll rent this out and we'll move on to the next property.
We did this together. We weren't an individual in this, but we were a team. A community between the three of us. We all have different strengths, we all have different weaknesses. We were going to be wealthy together, ultimately, and we, I think what we've done with ICOR is kind of expand that idea to even a larger community.
They say your first 3 properties are pretty important in terms of your success overall investing, meaning your first 3 will kind of make or break you.
Your biggest risk in this business is not knowing what you don't know.
When you eliminate the risk and you do your due diligence, then you're just making smart decisions.
That's really what ICOR presents. I mean, it's affordable. It's wonderfully affordable education.
You can only go to the library and check out so many books for free, and I know this because I've done it. There gets to a point where you got to take action, and the best way to take action is to really find that good team and that good community around you that you can bounce ideas off of. If you can go to one educational event and either get the motivation or learn one technique or meet the right person, the right partner, that's priceless. I mean, that really is priceless.
We've had many friends in our community, many members in ICOR who have been our mentors. maybe on a much smaller level. But they've been there to hold us accountable, to keep us on track, and to lift us up when we were struggling.
If there's something you want to do, I guarantee somebody's already done it. And you can just go buy them a cup of coffee or talk to them at a meeting. And they'll be willing to share their experiences, successes, or failures with you.
No matter where you go, you create a family around whatever it is that you're doing. And that started with friends, and it's branched into real estate, both in your independent professional realms, but also with ICOR. And you've never held back information in fear that somebody would steal the idea and do better than you. You've come from the place of the rising tide will lift all boats.
No matter how big or small you are, this is something anyone could achieve and go after. And there's a lot of support out there to help anyone do this.
Literally, the three of us could have totally made wrong decisions the last 6 years and go bankrupt tomorrow, and it really wouldn't affect things that much. Yeah, it would be an inconvenience for a couple years, it'd be tough, but like you learn skills that you never forget. And that's something that's very empowering that you'll never be able to take away.
What has inspired us and kept us going is we do believe in living differently. And anyone out there who wants a change in their life, who wants more freedom, wants to do something different with their life than what has been laid out for them.
Someone who has that mentality and takes the first step, is you're just going to show up and other people are going to help guide you along the way. And as long as you have the passion and desire to change your life, it'll happen.